Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gachie Skyman TV. Interesting times ahead. Civil KALONZO Musyoka and Gachagua have agreed on two things. That Gachagua is going to mobilize Kenyans, specifically from the Gema community, Mount Kenya, to support Civil KALONZO Musyoka's bid for the presidency. But there is one area that they are differing. Who will be Stephen KALONZO Musyoka's running mate? The opposition, united opposition, may differ on so many things, but they have agreed that they need to have one presidential candidate. I don't know what Matiang'i thinks about the candidature of Stephen KALONZO Musyoka, because akina Eugene Wamalwa, akina Natembeya, they are all in agreement that Stephen KALONZO Musyoka should be the presidential candidate. I don't know the thinking of the Jubilee. Now, the difference that we are getting is that KALONZO prefer Eugene Wamalwa to be his running mate, while Gachagua prefers George Natembeya, the Trans Nzoia governor, to be KALONZO's deputy. Let me ask you this question. Maybe we can help them solve this problem. If KALONZO is the presidential candidate, who would make a better deputy and why? That between Natembeya and Eugene Wamalwa. Both of them comes from the Mlembe Nation. One of them is a party leader. The other one is a deputy party leader. Now, I want us to look at the reason why Gachagua is preferring George Natembeya to Eugene Wamalwa of DAP Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, please like the video at this juncture. And for subscribers, continue giving us your opinions, commenting, sharing our video. And those who support this channel, we are extremely grateful. Number one, why Gachagua prefers Natembeya is because both of them comes from the same background. Both of them have a similar background, the provincial administration. And Gachagua understands the way the provincial administration works. Gachagua understands how the government operates. And therefore, looking at Eugene Wamalwa was a cabinet secretary for defense. When you look at Natembeya is a governor. He was a county commissioner. I think he was a DO, DC. So this is what is actually making Stephen KALONZO Musyoka to be requested by Gachagua to agree to have Natembeya as his running mate. Number two, if you look at the brand of politics of Gachagua and George Natembeya, they are also the same. Both of them are abrasive. Both of them are uncompromising. Both of them, in fact, the word is abrasive. Gachagua is a tough and a ruthless negotiator. The same case applies to George Natembeya. And because of these similarities, I think Natembeya appeals more to Gachagua than Eugene Wamalwa. Number three, if you compare George Natembeya and Eugene Wamalwa, you realize that Eugene doesn't have enough energy, doesn't have a lot of energy. Let me use the word energy. Because when you look at Natembeya is in politics with his heart and mind and soul and everything. If you look at Eugene Wamalwa is a body that is in politics. The spirit is not in politics. If you look at the courage, George Natembeya comes out as somebody who is brave, more determined, more courageous compared to Eugene Wamalwa. And this is what I think Gachagua prefer. Again, the popularity. Who is the most popular politician from the Mlembe Nation? Or between Eugene Wamalwa and George Natembeya, who can attract a huge crowd? Compare the two. If, for example, they were to go to Kakamega and they start shouting Tawe, 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 who is likely to actually fire the crowd? Who is likely to be cheered more by the crowd? I think your guess is as good as mine. So George Natembeya is the most popular politician in the Mlembe Nation. And that is why he's giving William Samoei a nightmare, headache. And that's why Wetangula, Musari Mudavadi. That's why they are rattled. That is why they are trying every trick in the book to ensure that George Natembeya is impeached and does not actually become the running mate of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. The other reason is grassroots mobilization skills. If you look at the way George Natembeya is mobilizing people on the grassroots, his chemistry with the locals, the way he interacts with the locals, and you compare with Eugene Wamalwa. Eugene Wamalwa is more polished. Eugene Wamalwa comes out as somebody who is not even streetwise. Eugene Wamalwa comes out as somebody, yani anakaribia Uhuru. You know, Uhuru and Ruto, if you compare Uhuru and Ruto, you realize that Uhuru is somehow posh, like a prince. But when you look at somebody like William Samoei is a bit different. So when you look at it again, you look at trust. I've been telling my friends that before 2027 election, one of the principles from the united opposition is going to betray them. And this person is not Rigathi Gachagua, and it's not George Natembeya. I'm not saying that Eugene is a mole, but don't underrate William Samoei Ruto. I was looking at Seth Panyako, and I was asking myself, was this man prepared to become the member of parliament for Malava? I was looking at him, and I was asking myself, is this the best that DAP could provide? Was he actually nominated on the basis of weakness? And if this is the case, who is to blame? The buck stops with Eugene Wamalwa as a party leader. I think DAP could have provided a better candidate. That is the truth of the matter. I look at the way the man was crying, the way the man, I don't know even the whether these guys were very close to him, and I'm not sure, but something was lacking in Seth Panyako, and this is DAP. And again, when you look at DAP, they came at the last moment. And when you look at it again, it is the face of Wamalwa who we used to see. We do not see Eugene as we saw Wamalwa campaigning, and the determination to make Panyako the member of parliament for Malava. So when you look at trust, and may ask you, who would you trust? Do you think George Natembeya can actually join William Samoei Ruto? Do you think Wamalwa can join William Samoei Ruto? A story for another day. Now, there is also the Kalonzo personality that is making Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is gentle. When you look at Kalonzo, he's a gentleman. His gentle nature requires a tough deputy. His gentle nature requires somebody who is very, very firm. Somebody who is very, very focused. Because ukileta Kalonzo pale na Eugene, the president and the deputy, both of them are gentlemen. Both of them, ukiangalia utaona kwamba we will not expect much change when it comes to the politics of this nation. When it comes to fighting corruption, do you think Eugene Wamalwa can fight corruption together with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Like Natembeya would actually confront the dragon of corruption head on and slay the dragon of corruption. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? And if you are to choose a running mate for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, whom would you choose? Between George Natembeya, the Tanzania governor, and DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.